What's up, guys? It's Hacks. We're back with another coaching session. This time is against a Falcon player named Luso from California. I'm excited that we're going to be getting some non-Fox coaching in, since all my coaching sessions so far have been with Fox players, and I think that this is a good place for us to start since I played Falcon for a very long time in my Melee career. So I should be able to provide some good advice. I consider myself to be one of the best at the Fox versus Falcon matchup, and vice versa. So, without further ado, we'll jump into game one. It's going to be on Yoshi's story. Okay, right off the bat, he does a very bad movement. You don't ever want to do this movement as Falcon. This movement where he runs off the stage, excuse me, he can actually die for doing that. This is not how you want to start the game as Falcon. That is something you could do as Fox if you're going to do like a shine into turnaround Firefox stall, but this is actually a very bad way to start the match. As Falcon, right off the bat, you want to face forward and you want to jockey for a position in the center of the stage. He could get shined here and he could die, so right off the bat he forfeits stage control, and then he does this really weak double jump backward to the side platform, and Falcon doesn't have any good options coming back to the side platform like that. Again, he's not Fox. He doesn't have the option to do like an auto cancel back air, so he can't land onto that platform with anything threatening. He's just putting himself into multiple vulnerable positions right off the bat. So, no offense to Luso, but I think based on what I've seen just in the first second of this match, I'll be able to point out a lot of leaks in his gameplay. Okay, that's kind of gimmicky what he just did. Even though it opened me up, it's not a good option by any means to do a full hop stomp through the platform. Very gimmicky choice. Yes, it works, but on average, it's hardly ever going to work. Nonetheless, he gets me. Let's see what he does. Okay, good. I actually like what he did. He goes for the, I still call it the Hacks Money weak knee. I came up with that on my own back in the day, this weak knee right here. Where that one right there, where you stop the double jump back to the stage, but he should up air me here. He doesn't up air. This is definitely a situation where you want to follow it with an up air. Sometimes there will be situations where you don't want to do that, but this is one of them. He should follow with an up air. He chooses to go back to the stage. It would have been better to up air then go back to the stage. Okay, so we're going to reset. Don't like the Falcon kick. I don't know why he's doing that. You really hardly ever want a Falcon kick outside of as like a wake-up option because of the way that it cocks Falcon back. Other than that, grounded Falcon kick shouldn't really be something that you do at all. Right here, he might die. No, I screwed up the edge guard. He actually should have died. Let's take a look at that weak knee. The fast fall is a mistake. Okay, so at this distance, you don't want to fast fall the weak knee. You want to do a non-fast fall. Non-fast fall weak knee is what you're supposed to do in this situation where Fox is like double jumping back. Yeah, you see, he's fast falling into nothing. I'm not there. That's not where I am. You only fast fall when you're trying to intercept a double jump. If Fox is gonna double jump back to like here, you don't fast fall. You want to keep a weak knee out that's more on like stage level. This is fun for me to coach because I still remember these things. I played Falcon for so many years. So yeah, he screws up that weak knee for sure. Okay, the neutral air is good. Would have been better if he stopped the edge guard before I passed him onto the stage. Like if he could have stopped me. He should have been on the ledge a little earlier so that he could have sent me to the right. He's a little late on the edge guard. At this percent, Nair 2 is not going to lead into much. Nair 2 starts to be kind of like high risk, low reward at this percent. It's not going to link into grab or a tumble that you can actually follow up on. So I think at this percent, he should start playing for strictly for grab more. think that I can only imagine the spot dodge is a mistake. You don't want to spot dodge in neutral like that as Falcon. I think he shielded too much. I think there should have been more rolls. I think he should have rolled more. It felt like he just stayed in place with his shield. Yeah, he had the option to roll multiple times. I think there should have been some rolls thrown in here. He really just stayed in his... Yeah, look how long he's staying in his shield for. You don't really want to do that. You want to try to get out of shield ASAP as Falcon because you don't have any good out of shield options. So you want to try to exit that scenario. A lot of tech flubs. The gentleman, he did like a gentleman. Let me take a look at it. Okay, yeah, he whiffed that gentleman. I wasn't in range of his jabs, so yeah, that's a mistake. I needed to die right there. His knee is placed. His knee is placed way too far inward. Just want to see this again when I'm coming up from the ledge. Yeah, his knee is too far inward. That's not where the ledge get up is going to be. So there's a lot of micro mistakes from Luso. Lots and lots of micro mistakes that we're seeing. So I think this coaching session will come in handy for him. He just needed to actually knee where I am. He wasn't there at all. Messes up the JC grab. He's not grabbing enough. By this point, it feels like he hasn't grabbed me at all. This game. I'm just not seeing enough grabs from him. Okay, yeah, like he's using a lot of aerials, but Falcon, you wanna play more of a grab heavy style. He's got to apply more pressure with dash dance and grab. I haven't seen nearly enough of that yet. He's got to get down from the platform. Falcon has like basically no option when he's not on the ground floor. Like coming down from the side platforms, he is so weak. He's not like Fox. He doesn't have the option to do like a descending Sakurai angle nair. He needs to just prioritize falling down to the ground floor immediately and cut out movements like this from his neutral where he's doing like pointless jumping, like pointless full hop. You're opening yourself up because Falcon coming down on his opponent has practically nothing. He needs to prioritize getting himself down on the ground floor and playing a more dash dance grab heavy style for sure. Okay, so he tries to come down to the ground floor, gets intercepted. This neutral air could easily be substituted for a grab. I think right there, if he grabs, he gets me. Yeah, he had frame advantage based on the way that we were dash dancing right there. If he grabs, he's good. He gets it. He doesn't grab enough. Okay, now he shield grabs. He's messing up a lot of his gentlemen. He needs to practice his gentlemen so that he's not going into rapid jabs. On so many of his gentleman attempts, he's been going into rapid jabs from what I've seen. He also needs to tighten up the speed of his jabs. Like let me take another look at this. You saw how the jabs were slow. You want to maximize the speed of the jabs so that Fox can't ASDI down shield in between them. You want to input the gentleman as fast as possible. So it's not just about the fact that he's going into rapid jabs, but it's also like on these first two jabs that he's doing. Saw how he did the jabs slowly. Speed that up so that the jabs are frame perfect. Okay, that's a mistake by me. Now, going to the platforms to stall out the invincibility is fine. I'm just saying that during the neutral, you want to prioritize the ground floor as Falcon. There's almost no reason you would ever go to the side platform once you've reset the situation to neutral. Weak options, not sure why he's doing this. So, what I'm seeing from Luso, no offense, these are just mistakes that more of a low to intermediate level player would make. Lots of leaks, like that's a leak in the neutral game. You shouldn't do this ever. Full hopping as Falcon in the neutral game, you almost never want to do that. Fox is like the only character you really want to full hop frivolously with in neutral because of how good his full hop height is. Falcon, however, this is just a leak. You could totally get up aired here and lose your stock for doing that. Yeah, like he may not realize how gimmicky this descent option is. See, he's descending with a very gimmicky stomp. It's extremely telegraphed. Whereas, compare this to the Wizrobe stomp. The Wizrobe stomp is when you short hop and you curl around and you stomp. This, on the other hand, is an incredibly gimmicky stomp when you're descending from like double jump height or full hop height. It really should never work. So he's got to prioritize more of a grounded game plan for sure. And then, okay, I like to see that he grabbed me. It feels like he hasn't gone for dash dance grab almost at all in this match, but he didn't JC the grab. He didn't JC the grab. It still gets me, but you got to make sure that's JC'd. The stomp here is too close. That's not going to work. You do the Wizrobe stomp when it's like Fox is approaching you from a distance. Like when he's approaching, yeah, like he tried to short hop stomp me point blank. That's never gonna work. You do Wizrobe stomps, like the short hop curl around stomp, when Fox comes at you with like a neutral air from a distance. You don't ever want to do like a point blank stomp like that. Okay, nice edge guard. He was a little, he actually attacked me while I was still invincible, I believe. I think my invincibility had not yet expired when he back-aired me. Yeah, see, he back-aired me while I was still invincible. Okay, so he loses the game off of that. But the biggest problems I saw, okay, there's like several micro problems. For one, his gentlemans are bad. His gentlemans, he goes into rapid jabs a lot. He also needs to input the three jabs as fast as possible, because you saw there was one gentleman where he did the jab 1 and the jab 2, and they were like kind of spaced out timing wise. He should have sped that up. Then macro, also I'm sorry, let me talk more about his micro problems first. He messes up dash JC grab. You need to make sure you're hitting your dash JC grabs. If you watch my movement optimizations video, it talks about the importance of actually being frame perfect on the dash JC grab. There's merit in being frame perfect. So try to be frame perfect. It actually speeds up how fast your character moves horizontally. That's very important with Falcon especially. But then on the macro side, he has a tendency to go to the platforms too much. Falcon has basically no options from the platforms. He needs to play a grounded game. He has very strong anti-air options against opponents who are on the platforms in the form of his up air. So he needs a more grounded game plan, and he needs to grab more. I didn't see him grab nearly enough this game. He was doing things like going for Nair 2 against me when I'm at like 100%, and that's just going to tumble me across the stage in a way that doesn't really lead to anything. Then on the micro side, he also screwed up like his weak knee edge guards. Remember his weak knee edge guard? Trying to find it. This one right there. Okay, so he needs to gain a better understanding of the fact that that one you're not supposed to fast fall. You're not supposed to fast fall that one when Fox is like level with the with the stage. You're not supposed to fast fall. And then remember he did one on the right side of the stage. His mistake with that one was he needed to recognize that he could have, when he hit me with it, he could have followed it with an up air. So, couple micro mistakes on the weak knee edge guards also. So I think that wraps up what I have to say about game 1. Okay, we're here with game 2 on FD. He starts off game 2 almost the same way he started off game 1. Look how he runs off the stage, comes back with an up air. That whole thing is a gimmick. Cut that movement out. You can get punished severely for that. That's exactly how he started off game 1. He ran off the stage, and Falcon has nothing good coming back with a double jump like that. You don't want to be in this position in the first place. So, yeah, he would have been better off starting off the match by jockeying for center stage. Instead, it's like, what's the point of this? You forfeit stage control. You come back in a weak way, which can just be shined. So this is a horrible way to open the match. And just because he doesn't get punished for it doesn't change the fact that you shouldn't do that. Let me take a look at his gentleman. I just want to see that because, I mentioned how he could have improved his gentleman's in the first game. Alright, that one was okay. He should be looking to close the gap. He kind of does a lot of dash dances pointlessly on the other side of the stage. He should be looking to establish threat range. Like, he's not in threat range. You want to be dash dancing more like here. Here he has the option to just take stage control, so he should be doing that rather than retreating to the other side of the stage. From this position, establish threat range immediately, and you also do it with the majority of the stage in your possession. So, not a fan of what he's doing over here. It's totally pointless, everything he's doing over here. You gotta ask yourself why you're doing these movements. Multiple pointless aerials as well. So, this is, I don't mean this in a bad way, but this is like typical low-level player stuff where he's just spamming aerials. I'm not even in his threat range. This is just pointless what he's doing in neutral right now. Everything is pointless. Yeah, up smash is pointless. The up air is pointless. I'm not even going to tumble. Like, let's say even theoretically, that's the next problem with that up air he does, is even theoretically if it hits me, I don't tumble from that. You would only pick instant up air when it's going to tumble. Otherwise, it's negative against ASDI down. So aside from the fact that he's picking pointless options, he's also picking bad options. And then the knee makes no sense either. So now he's in threat range. I want to see what he does once he's in threat range. Not a fan of these back airs. I'll tell you why. Back air as Falcon is pretty high risk, low reward when it's not going to tumble. If he hits me with this, okay, so the logic behind these back airs is that he thinks I'm going to lunge at him. That's the only way this back air actually connects. But the Wizrobe Stomp is stronger. If that's your game plan, if your game plan is to intercept Fox's approach, do the Wizrobe Stomp. Don't do these back airs. Go for the Wizrobe Stomp because that has more potential to take their entire stock. These back airs are going to get you, I don't know how much percent it does, like somewhere around 12. It's just not much. It's like how I tell Fox players when they're dealing with low percent opponents to drill more rather than nair. Same idea here where you would want to swap these back airs for a Wizrobe Stomp. But I'm not even going for that lunge, so it's a mistake to do this. Okay, now I'm going for it, so I guess his timing was a little off. If he was later on his decision to do that, then it would have been good. But again, should have been the Wizrobe Stomps. I'm just happy to see that he tried to grab me. I feel like I'm not seeing enough of right here. I'm just glad to see he tried. I'm not seeing enough of a grab heavy game plan, which is what Falcon needs to be doing. He has the best dash dance grab in the game. Okay, smart that he resets to neutral because he was frame negative against my drill, so it's good. It's good to see that he tried to reset to neutral by going to the right. Yeah, he needs to escape this situation. That actually should have linked into grab, that neutral air. He had the right idea, but he didn't execute it. He had the right idea. That neutral air should go into grab. You need to dash before doing that grab. Look how he stops himself. I think he dashed for like literally 2 frames or something before inputting JC grab. He should be able to link that neutral air into grab. Whoa. That's not a good approach, what you just did right there. What Luso did here, lunge up air? No, cut that out. That's a weak approach. I'm not tumbling from it. Insanely high risk, low reward. You're lunging at them with something that can be anti-aired with like an up smash or dash dance grab punished. And you're at best getting, what is it, like 12% somewhere around there if you connect the up air. Very weak approach option. Better not to commit to that. Cut out the full hops. Yeah, like pointless full hop. Okay, he grabs me. No punish though. So he's got to strengthen up the punish game. Generally, after you down throw them, you want to wave dash like right here. Hold on. Like you want to, yeah, okay. So he places himself basically in the correct spot, but he wave dashes into the correct position, but he doesn't follow. He needs to RTC grab right there. Yeah, he's way too late. There wasn't even an attempt to grab. Okay, he has me. Weak knee kills me here. If he goes for the all-in weak knee gimp right here, it's very good. The weak knee gimp right here, and then that's when you fast fall. You weak knee, drop it. Short hop weak knee off stage, drop it with the fast fall. That's a good spot to do it. The up tilt is a gimmick. I don't even think it hits below. Like if I just double jump to the ledge, it doesn't hit. So the up tilt is a waste. He could have gone for the weak knee edge guard. Yeah, he didn't take advantage of that spot. He had a good position on me. That's the problem with the Nair 2 he's doing here. It's just going to get slid off. This is why I was saying when you have the Fox at roughly like this percent, or in the previous match I criticized the Nair 2 that he did when I was at like 100%. I just want to show you guys this Nair 2 real fast. Just so you see what happens, like why it's not very good. Here, Nair 2, it gets slid off. I just slide off the stage, so you don't gain much from doing this in neutral. You're better off grabbing. Grab is, so you see he's punishing my drill landing, I think? Yeah. So he has a free punish. The best punish is grab. If he goes for Nair 2, even from like this is like 40% inward on the stage right here, it's gonna get slid off. Yep. There's just no punish. You always gotta factor in how the slide off potential that the corner offers you impacts your decision tree. Like for the punish game. See, like this Nair is good. That Nair is better because I'm not going to slide off. Yeah, you see, this Nair, if he hits this, he's going to put me in a tech position right here. So this Nair is better. He could have followed. He doesn't follow, but he could have. So that's just because I'm not sliding off the stage from that Nair, so it's a better choice. Again, he has just no punish game off of the grab. I've seen him like every time he throws me, I'm not seeing any punish. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. It's just a throw into nothing. So, I mean, if I'm playing a top Falcon like Wizrobe, I could legitimately die off like 1 to 2, 1 to 2 throws per stock. Luso's just not hitting me with anything. Nothing. Again. No offense, but he has to strengthen his punish game. So right here, when he throws me, let me just tell you what he should do. He needs to go. Okay, no. He needs to go further in. Like, I landed. Let me see where I land. I'm landing here. By the time I land, he already needs to be like here. Ideally, you get yourself into the range where your grab will hit, but Fox's shine won't. That's like the ideal place to wave dash to. But just in general, he needs to actually see the tech sparks are right here. That means he needs to be like here. He's nowhere near there. He's like several feet away. He needed to wave dash into place right there. So he can't get a punish at that point. See, these up airs, I'll tell you why they're deceptively not as good as they seem. So he's anti-airing me 3 times, right? He anti-airs me 3 times, but this is let me tell you guys right now about the importance of tumble. If these up airs were happening when I'm at tumble %, then he gets a tech chase off of the up air, which means he's going for like a mid to high risk, but very high reward option. Because I'm at 0%, he's going for a mid to high risk, but almost no reward option. I could just take that hit and come at him again. I come at him 3 times and I don't even give a shit, because all I'm taking for getting hit opened up in neutral 3 times is 32%. That's it. So I'll tell you what he could be going for instead. Punish the landing with grab. Punish the landing of this with grab, and it's going to do a lot more for you, because then you have the potential to take a stock. The up air becomes a better option when it's going to tumble me, because then it's going to go into a tech chase, which can lead into grab. But these up airs, when I'm not at tumble %, they don't do shit. He opened me up 3 times. He had the correct read 3 times, and he did 32%. It just isn't anything relative to how much work he put in to win the neutral game 3 times. So better to punish the landing when you have the option to, which he absolutely did. He had that option on 3 occasions. Punish the landing with grab, that is. Like that. Exactly. See? That's what you do. Bad aerial, punish the landing with grab. That's what you do. Then, however, he needs to be aware. Down throw is going to get slid off. Up throw is less prone to slide off because up throw has less horizontal knockback. Just do up throw here, and it's not going to get slid off. The down throw is going to get slid off. And I'm looking for that, of course. That's intentional from me. I'm sliding that off intentionally, so he's not going to get anything. Okay, I like that he punished the landing again. I like what he's doing now. Even though his punish game is weak, I like the way he's punishing. I like the way he's opening me up now. Bad aerial, grab it. On that other sequence where he up aired me 3 times, those should have been grabs. Those should have been grabs because the up airs weren't going to tumble. The up air is a good option when it's going to tumble, but not so much before. Okay, nice from him. Oh, except the SDs. If you know you're going to SD, stop at the weak knee. I think the up air is the reason he SD'd. He had to just weak knee and then come back to the stage. Yeah, he had to recognize that he was too low to up air. Okay, so that's game 2. Game 2, as usual, we saw some pointless neutral game movements. Like a good example is how he literally starts off game 2 the same way he started game 1. That's a bad neutral game movement. Don't do that. Never do this. Never run off the stage and try to come back with a double jump. Just don't do that. But the bigger problem I saw in game 2 by far was the punish game. He needed to play a more grab heavy game, more punishing on the aerial landing lags with grab. Like, he did that well twice on the last stock, but then he's gotta, for one, he's gotta have a stronger punish game. Then he's gotta be more wary of how the slide off that can occur at the end of the stage impacts your decision tree. Right here, for example, you want to up throw. I believe up throw is not going to be slide off prone, but down throw will be. And then remember how he nair 2'd me here in a way that was going to get slid off. He would have been better off grabbing me there and going into a combo tree that wasn't going to be slide off prone. So that's what I have to say about game 2. I had a lot to say about game 2 as the game went on. I recommend rewatching this one, Luso. I think I had a lot of good advice that I gave as this one went on. Okay, and now game 3 with my favorite stage, Battlefield. This is a great stage for Falcon in the matchup. He doesn't really have counter picks, he just kind of has viable stages. This one's definitely viable. Okay, so far, I like his neutral game better. Like, he's playing neutral with more authority to start this game off. He doesn't do that stupid shit where he runs off the stage pointlessly and puts himself in a bad position. He's actually jockeying for center stage, which is what I like to see. Then I like the fact that my bad landing took a big punish here. It's going into grab, that's what I like to see. Unfortunately, the punish drops there. He needs to strengthen up his punish game. That's a given by this point. That he needs a much stronger punish game. Yeah. Okay, the knee is fine. I would have liked to see him follow up. Oh. Risky. Or, risky's not the right word. Dangerous what he's doing right here. This is almost like how he started off games 1 and 2 by just running off the stage. Cut that out. You could die for this. You could absolutely die for this. Up air that. Up air that. After the down tilt, that's a free up air, man. Okay, down tilt. Up air that on the platform. That's such a free up air. It's not even funny. That should be 10 times out of 10 that you hit the up air to send me off to send me flying. So he missed the, I'm talking about the up air opportunity that came up shortly after I was knocked down on the platform. Not the one he got later. By that point I was able to tech roll, so it wasn't as good. I'm saying right there, when I land on the platform. Also, there's a very advanced trick not enough people know about. But if you up air, or if you hit someone in general when they're toward like the middle of their knockdown animation, they cannot floor hug. I made a video in, I believe, 2020. It's called The Strangest State in SSBM. It talks about why they cannot floor hug due to some really weird calculations that happen. If you up air me here, roughly when my character's body is bouncing up, I can't floor hug it. That's what he should have done. So he up aired me by the time that I had the floor hug tech roll opportunity. That's not as good. And if you're gonna do that, if you know you're late, if you know that you're up airing me when I had the tech roll opportunity, you have to up air again. You have to up air this again to send me off. So he lets me tech roll and then he misses the next one. You shouldn't miss that next one. If you've already screwed up and I'm tech rolling, you gotta make sure you up air me again. Um, Again, kind of a leak with this movement. I don't know what he's doing, because he controls center stage. Like right here, he's in control of center stage. This is a consistent problem among my coaching students, is I think when they're playing neutral, they don't understand what you should be looking for in neutral. Right here, he already has everything that you want. He's in like the exact position you want to be in neutral, which is you're controlling the center stage, you're at low percent. You don't forfeit stage control from here. This is pointless. He's running away from me when he already has control. He has control of the stage. He's within the threat zone, so he should be staying right here, and only dash dancing as far back as he thinks it would be necessary to dash dance grab like an approach option, like approaching short hop narrow drill. What he's doing does not serve a purpose. Again, it's just a common low to mid level problem, moving like this without a purpose. So this is a purposeless movement right here. He should have stayed in the center. He should have stayed in the center of the stage. Now look, he's jockeying. He's trying to get the center of the stage back when it was already his. Now he wants it back. I like what he tried to do. I like the fact that he tried to punish this bad. That's a bad landing. I'm open here. I'm open. That's an open punish. He screws up. He's a little too early on the grab, but it's the right idea. It's what you're supposed to do. However, because of my percent, let me just make another note. Because of my percent, 41, up air is good here. Up air is a good option to go for here because it'll tumble. So it's like mid risk, but very high reward. It becomes a high reward option when I'm at tumble percent. So this is an example of a spot where either a grab or an up air is fine. Up air makes the punish a lot easier. That's the merit in up air, is that when it'll tumble them, it's an easy punish. It's easy to hit an airborne opponent with up air. So at this percent, up air is incredibly viable. So I'm just saying he could have up aired me there if he wanted to make his punish a little easier. Right here, don't like the movement at all. He does this constantly. This is like a low level Falcon problem where you're like double jumping around your opponent. Falcon doesn't have anything from that position that's not a gimmick. He's opening himself to being up aired. He's opening himself up to me doing something like wave dashing here and up tilting. I could do that. This is not a good spot for Falcon to be in. You really shouldn't win that situation. Once you've initiated that, you shouldn't win that situation. Yeah, he pretty much lost the stock for trying to pull that shit on me. Pretty much the reason he lost the stock. Some of these double jumps, cut them out of like the platform movement that's going on right here. Like this double jump, you don't want to be doing that. You want to just be like dash dancing on the platform or shield dropping. This double jump is bad. This is a very vulnerable position to be in. If you get full hop nared out of this double jump, you're screwed. It's gonna go into like an up tilt because you can't floor hug from this position. So it might not seem like much, but it's just like an example of a movement that a high level player would cut out of their game. So he's gonna like he's gonna take air dodge landing lag backward. A high level player wouldn't do this in the first place. It's like a pointless movement. Right now, you're seeing me dominate center stage. See, I'm walling him out. I'm not letting him come back to the center. He's just been getting, like, basically like Armada for his whole stock. That's what Armada did, is he controlled center and he didn't let you back to the center. I'm controlling the shit out of center. Notice how I'm not running to the other side. I know I have center, so I'm forcing my advantage. See, I kept center for a very long time. Notice how, see, again, once I have center, once I have stage control, you're never going to see the game's camera move to the right, because I'm keeping center. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that edge guard was. I think he knows that that was a mistake. But the bigger mistakes, again, they were scattered. They were scattered. Generally, he does a lot of pointless movements. He does a lot of movements which can be cleaned up and optimized, like pointless double jumps, or just not knowing that you're not supposed to do like double jump approaches that much with Falcon. Better knowledge of tumble percent, like the up air anti-air starts to gain merit once Fox is at like 40% roughly, like whenever it'll tumble me, like on that down air that I came down with, that's when it's good. Other than that, it's just more of the same. Better knowledge, he needs better grasp of the importance of stage control. Like there was that one example where he had the center stage, or like he was here roughly, and he opted to run all the way to the other side of the stage, which made no sense, because then you saw how directly after he did that, he was all of a sudden jockeying for stage control directly after that, and he wasn't able to get it back. So, needs a better game plan overall, but one of the biggest things I want to leave him with is he really needs a stronger punish game. He needs to play more for grab as his primary punish option. Either grab or whiz robe stomp, which is when you curl around with stomp, and that's intended to intercept like approach options. But then off of the grab, he needs to more consistently wave dash to the correct location and follow up with a higher success rate on the reaction tech chase grab, because his success rate was pretty bad. So that wraps up my coaching session with Luso. I'm actually glad that my first non-Fox character happened to be Falcon, because I know a lot about playing this character. I'm not very good with him right now, but I still know a lot about playing him. I can very easily coach Falcon. So I think my next coaching session, which is going to take place tomorrow, is with another Falcon player named Mage. So be on the lookout for that one. But other than that, I hope this was useful for not only Luso, but also for whoever else watched this video. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch you soon for the next coaching video.